I got the juice, I got the juice. 10 old Chatham's on. Foolies glad I'm home. Even my haters kinda glad I'm on. Rest in peace to my bag.
Hey, what's happening, guys? Best NHL Clips here, and today we're going to be showcasing the best part about NHL 17 to date, the Stanley Cup celebration. Roll the clip.
Leaves with possession up the wing. Recollects it. Shoots one. And the game is over. The series is over. These are the champions. These guys started back in the fall. Their dream was to be at this very moment. And the dream is realized. It always amazes me at this time of year how they can change from disdain to calm congratulations. Tradition. The playoff MVP gets the Conn Smythe Trophy, and here is the winner. It's often said it's the hardest prize to win because it takes 8 weeks. And by tradition, the captain is the first to hold it high. And there's always a pecking order as to how it gets handed off, and that's all a part of Stanley Cup lore. You can only imagine how much soreness you fight through in a collision sport. Guys have lifted this cup with dislocated shoulders after hernia surgeries just 2 days before. Doesn't matter. It's over 30 pounds. They find a way. You play that hard and that long. You get your names on a trophy, rings on your fingers, and one last photograph. Evidence of it all.
Alright, so I had to make it realistic and have Toronto winning the cup over the Oilers in the finals, because what other way would you have it after another great year showcasing what it's like to win the Stanley Cup, but in NHL 17. What a joke that was. Alright, so let's take it back a few years, and by a few years, of course I mean all the way back to NHL 08. That's 9 years ago. Alright, let's just roll the footage and check out how similar this is to NHL 17's Stanley Cup celebration, alright? So we get the victory, and of course you gotta start it off with the goalie jumping up and down to be greeted by his teammates, with everybody else coming off the bench, and a huge celebration together. Wait, look familiar? Let's roll 17 real quick.
These guys started back in the fall. Their dream was to be at this very moment, and the dream is realized.
Yeah, they're still using the same animation. Alright, keeping it going, we got the team once again just kind of celebrating, the other team hanging their heads low. Don't know what to make of this just yet, but keep in mind, this is 9 years ago. So the other teams, kind of saying they're good games and getting ready to line up for the shake, and then you got the typical handshake, same fashion as before, and there we switch over to the next scene where they give the Conn Smythe Trophy.
And here is the winner.
And now, the most memorable moment of them all, when your captain shakes Gary Bettman's hand and he gets ready to hoist the Stanley Cup. Pose for a photo just like in 17, and there, hoist it high, Koivu. Oh my goodness. And I love how they gave Soshnikov the cup because he was the Conn Smythe winner. They didn't use one of the Leafs assistant captains. They gave it to Soshnikov. Check it out.
It's often said it's the hardest prize to win because it takes 8 weeks. And by tradition, the captain is the first to hold it high. And there's always a pecking order as to how it gets handed off, and that's all a part of Stanley Cup.
Yep, told you. And the same animation goes on for the entire cup being passed on from teammate to teammate until finally they all line up and pose for that very, very memorable photo. And yep, there it is. The exact same photo you've seen for 9 years now. Thank you, EA, for once again having the most aesthetically pleasing game. I just thought I'd showcase this because I find it pretty funny. It really cracks me up, you know? God, what a monumental moment in a player's career. Might as well relive it 9 years in a row. There's your Stanley Cup celebration for NHL 17.